Well, when you think about any business,
Yeah.
now I always urge people to search their own business so they can see what other people see.
Yeah, right.
You know, if you're someone who prefers to work face to face, then don't have a big call button right in the center of your of your website.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. So it's how they engage, giving
Yep.
people the choices
Yeah.
and getting people to understand exactly what you do and how you can help.
So joining me on the line today, I've got Julian Price from Web3. Welcome to the call, Julian.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe tell us a bit about Web3 and what you're known for.
Oh, Web3 Digital, we basically are known for web development and also making sure that people get the most out of their online profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, those three little letters, SEO, that a lot of people feel they've got an understanding for it, but we're all told so many different things, we don't know which way to go.
Yeah.
So I basically help with that.
Yeah, fantastic. So tell me a bit about who you serve, like who's your target market?
Target market, a lot of them are SMEs.
Yeah.
And we have dealt with a lot of startup businesses that, have been around for a year or so, but really wanted to expand, but didn't have the funding to basically do what they thought was needed. So
Yeah,
rather
right.
than, so, we've got a lot of tradies who really don't care about what they look like online. They just focus on the result.
Okay.
And don't know what to ask. So we basically fill in the gaps.
Yeah, fantastic. So, so really an SEO specialist?
Yeah, and I started to call myself more of an online profile strategist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you tell me the difference with that?
Yeah, because a lot of businesses I found focus on the sales process.
Yeah.
And, they may have a website and online space just for the sake of carrying images, really,
Right.
and possibly confirming location and what they do, but
Yeah.
not so much on what the customer's asking for.
So tell me the importance of getting your profile right online.
Well, when you think about any business, now I always urge people to search their own business so they can see what other people see.
Yeah, right.
If you're someone who prefers to work face to face, then don't have a big call button right in the center of your of your website.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so it's how they engage, giving people the choices.
Yeah.
And getting people to understand exactly what you do and how you can help.
Yeah, because I think it's sort of interesting when you say people should Google their own business. It's a bit most people don't.
No.
And
No.
I'm not sure why they don't, but they're sort of terrified. They go, oh, no, I wouldn't want to do that. You go, well, how do you know? You've got to put yourself in the shoes of the prospect, right? And understand what they're seeing. Yeah.
That's why I say about, the buyer's process.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So what made you get into this part of the market?
Well, the strange thing was I came from musician to sales because I loved meeting people.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, it got to a point where you needed to use a computer to do a lot of things.
I'm showing your age here, Julian.
I know. But then, looking at that, and I came from the old, make a phone call, telesales and door knocking. Right. And all of that changed. And even now, there are still businesses that focus on foot traffic, word of mouth and referrals. But, because of mobile devices and because of how easy it is to, search online, search from your room, search from your home, search from your office, and in some cases search from the loo.
Too much information there. But, I think you're right, though. I think a lot of people disregard the importance of how they appear. Yes. When people are looking for a professional service or a trade service or whatever it might be, and that message they're communicating in that sort of thing. So I suppose if you're talking to people in business, what's your advice around this? What do you recommend people do?
Well, the very first thing is actually search your own business.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had people that phoned me and said, look, I've got a problem because my friend just searched for my business. He was a tiler, and he said he couldn't find me anywhere.
Yeah, right.
And the case was his friend was in Melbourne and this guy's business was in Brisbane.
Yeah, gotcha.
So,
Interesting.
So, I think the main thing is understand your own business and how you want to sell and how you want people to engage with yourself.
Yep.
If you are someone who, one, you're getting a lot of referrals and a lot of your business is word of mouth, you may be getting a lot of business, but you also may be losing a lot of business based on what people see when they do that further investigation.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so think about when they get to your site, do you want them to call you or email you?
Yeah.
Or do you want a lot of information that they can read and make their own decision?
Right. So making sure you understand the customer journey, I guess.
Look at your own, think about the buyer's process, what they do, and how easy it is you're making it for them to make a decision to move forward or away from you.
Yeah, okay. Makes sense. Let me ask you, how long have you been in business for, Julian?
Oh, well, I'll start off by saying I've been in sales for over 40 years.
And that was before running a business?
Yes.
And you were a muso before that? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. But then from a business point of view, I've been in business for about 10 years.
Okay.
And Web3 Digital has been 2.5 years.
Yeah. Can I ask you, in terms of business advice, what would you consider to be some of the most valuable business advice you've received?
Listen to your customers.
Okay. There's a consistent message here, isn't there? Interesting.
Yeah, listen. I mean, at the end of the day, there's a lot of businesses that spend their time telling.
Yeah.
And you really do have to listen. And they will help you actually define your sales process.
Yeah, fantastic. It sounds so obvious, but I think a lot of people try and avoid this, don't they? They just don't want to know.
We forget. That's what it is. It's all of these things that people will say, oh yeah, I know. But then you've got to take a step back
and actually
say, okay, you can explain your business because you know it, but then can somebody else explain your business? Yeah,
gotcha. So tell me, do you have a favorite book, podcast, or someone that you follow in business, a mentor or a buyer, like someone you aspire to be like?
Oh my God.
Don't say Elvis Presley.
Say again?
Don't say Elvis Presley.
You, of course.
Hey, I'm thinking about, do you read any big books on business, or is there a podcast that you follow?
No, a lot of times, because I tell you where I get a lot of my information from is LinkedIn. And there are so many different styles. And I've never been a clinical salesperson.
Yeah.
Mine's all about having that conversation at the time and finding a solution based around your needs.
So I think sales.
I like what Dale Beaumont. Well, I like what Dale Beaumont does.
Yeah.
And because he's helping educate at the same time by giving showing free resources, but just showing the little things that you should be thinking about with regards to your business.
Yeah, fantastic. I think it is like we're in a world where people expect more than just a sales pitch. They really want to be educated. They want to build a relationship with you. They want to know that you know your stuff. So giving in advance is one of the better ways, I think, to approach a sales process, isn't it?
Some things don't change, and there's still that fear when people hear the word sale.
Yeah. It's like insurance salesperson.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate double whammy.
I'll let it be known that I've never sold cars.
Okay. What did you sell? You sold a lot of things, right?
Yeah. Well, I remember when I was 18, I was walking around with a swatch of carpet and going door to door selling that. But I do. I just enjoy people. And, sometimes I'll have a conversation where if it helps you, even if you don't go ahead with us, I'm still feel that I'm part of the solution.
Yeah, fantastic. Awesome. Julian, mindful of time, and I really appreciate your insight. Love hearing different people's stories and just getting them to share a bit about what makes it tick. So thanks for your time.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Thank you. Thanks for having me.